जी बेटा प्लीज। Have you done these ones?
जी सर।
हमने क्वेश्चंस नहीं है ये
मैं अभी ख़त्म नहीं की क्योंकि वो थोड़ा-सा स्कूल का भी वो काम था, आजकल टेस्ट हो रहा है, लेकिन मैं आज रात तक ख़त्म कर सकती हूँ।
नहीं तो फिर हम कुछ लेक्चर को ठीक कर लें फिर, या जो आपने किए हैं उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो डिस्कस कर लें।
नहीं, नेक्स्ट वाला कर लेते हैं।
नेक्स्ट कर लें, ठीक है, ठीक। ओके। और फिर अब फोर्सेस के बाद फिर आपने बताना है ये टॉपिक यू वांट टू क्लियर।
ठीक है।
ये तो प्लीज आपको फोर्सेस ये बताइए, फोर्सेस के बाद आप क्या करना चाहते हैं?
इसके बाद सर वो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स और वो सारी वेव्स की प्रॉपर्टीज, वो सारा टॉपिक।
ओके, डन डन। ओके, वेव जनरल वेव, जनरल वेव, waves, reflection, refraction, this is a sound, and the wave, yes, this, okay. Look the waves, look the waves. Why the people are running? Why the people are running?
Because the waves are coming towards them.
And it means that wave carry energy. Wave carry
Hmm.
energy. Wave can push the wave. Okay. So what is a wave? That's not in your syllabus, the definition of wave. But you
Hmm.
that disturbance in the medium. Look, all the water is a medium. Just you may say that what is a wave? Disturbance in the medium. This disturbance in the medium. Disturbance in the medium is called as waves. Wave is the disturbance in the medium, but not in your syllabus. And wave transfer energy. Look at this one. Wave is transfer energy. It means that this is called as wave motion. Look this one. What is the definition of wave motion? Wave transfer energy, nothing more than that. Wave transfer energy. Wave transfer energy. This is the definition of wave motion. Simple. Take it. A wave is a look here. Wave is a disturbance. Take it, which travel through the medium and transfer energy from one point to another. Next, please. In this page, just wave is a transfer. Wave is the disturbance in the medium, and wave motion means wave transfer energy, nothing more than that on this page. Now look this. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening?
Waves are traveling.
अब नेक्स्ट हम आपसे थोड़ा सा और बात करना चाहते हैं, ठीक है? Look, look, very important definition of transverse waves. That's strongly in your syllabus. What is meant by transverse wave? What is meant by transverse wave? What is meant by transverse wave? Look this way. Just look this way or this way. Wave is traveling from left to right. Wave is traveling from left to right. Clear from the look at it. This is the direction of the wave. This is direction of wave, you may say. It is the direction of wave. Is direction of wave. What is the direction of wave? From left to right. Wave is moving from left to towards right. But look at the particles. Look the particles, what the particles are doing, please. Look what the particles are doing. You may say
Going
this
down.
particle is moving upward. This particle is moving downward. This particle is moving upward. This particle is also moving upward. This particle is moving downward. Look, any particle, this particle is moving upward. This particle is moving downward. Look, particles of the medium means it is a rope. Rope is a medium. Whatever maybe it is water. So particles are moving up and down. Particles are moving up and down, but the wave is moving from left to right. It means that, look here. Let's say this is a wave. This is a wave. Okay. Particle is moving upwards. This particle is moving downward. And what is this? This is the direction of it. This is direction of wave. What about this? This is also direction of wave. Then what is this? This is the direction of particle. What is this? Direction of particle. What is this? Direction of wave. What is this? Direction of wave. What is the angle between these? 90 degrees. 90 degree is the angle between direction of particle and direction of wave. Then such a wave is called as transverse wave. Very important definition with respect to examination point of view. Just look. Just look. A wave. A wave in which particle of the medium move at 90 degree to the direction of propagation. Propagation means motion. Propagation of wave called as transverse wave. Transverse wave. When you see the past paper, you may see this definition repeated many times there. Many times there, you can see the definition of transverse wave. What is meant by transverse wave? A transverse wave is a wave in which particles and direction of wave are right angle to each other. Mean the angle between them is 90 degree. 90 degree is the angle. Look this one. This is, let's say, the particle. Let's say this is the particle. Then the particle is moving up or down. And what about the direction of wave? It is moving like this. This is the direction of wave. This is the direction of particle. That's also the direction of particles. Particles are moving up and down and at 90 degree to the direction of wave. Such a wave is called as transverse wave. Simply you may say, if there is a 90-degree angle between direction of wave and direction of particle, such a wave is called as a transverse wave. Any problem at all? Any problem?
नहीं
Okay. Okay. Next. Look again, transverse waves. G. Look again. What about this? What about this certain characteristics? Certain characteristics of the transverse wave. Look, if it is a transverse wave, it is a transverse wave, then the top positions, that's one, top positions are called as a crest. What is crest? Highest position of the particle. Highest position of particle of not the wave. Particle is always of the medium. Medium means the rope. At the situation over here is of rope. So that's the called as crest. Look at this one. What this called? Crest. What this position called? Crest. What this position called? Crest. Now, the lowest position, look here. Lowest position is called as a trough. Lowest. Lowest position is called as trough. Lowest position is called as, look here, this is the lowest position, this is the lowest position, this is the lowest position. That's called as trough. So highest position is called as crest, and the lowest position is called as the trough. You may say it. Any problem about the crest and trough?
No.
No. Okay. No. Next. Next is the wavelength. Next is the wavelength. Look, look. This one. It is a transverse. And what are these? What are these? Crest. What's that? Crest. What's that? Crest. What about this? Trough.
Trough.
This is trough.
Trough.
Okay. Okay. Now look. This is the distance. I want to change the color. I want to change the color. Green. Okay. Look. This is the distance between two crests. This is the distance between two troughs. Both are the same. Both are same. The distance between two consecutive crests, not the crest, but the consecutive crests. Distance between two consecutive crests or troughs is called as distance between two consecutive crests or troughs is called as a wavelength. Look, not from this to this, from consecutive, adjacent. The distance between two adjacent crests or troughs. Look at this one. This one. Look this. This is the distance between two adjacent crests. And this is represented by this sign. And this sign is a Greek letter called lambda. L-E-M-N-D. Lambda. What is lambda? It is a wavelength between two adjacent crests, not between two crests, adjacent crests. And also, this is the distance, also the wavelength, but the distance between not the troughs, but adjacent troughs. Adjacent trough. Look at the distance. The distance between two adjacent crests or troughs or troughs is called as wavelength. Then what is wavelength? It is the distance between two adjacent crests or troughs. Any problem on this about these definitions? One is crest, one is trough. Now the important definition is wavelength. This is wavelength. What is wavelength? Distance between two adjacent crests or troughs. Just. Okay?
Hmm.
Okay. Now look. Now, number one, you should know about crest. You should know about trough. You should know about wavelength. And now the fourth one. Fourth one is the amplitude. What is amplitude? That's a very important. Amplitude. Look, this distance. Look, that's the crest. It's the crest. And this is the mean level. Look at this one. I should draw first. Look this way.
Hmm.
This is a wave. Okay. Let's say it is the displacement axis. It is displacement axis. Now look, what the displacement of the particle here? 0. Here the particle is, let's say, 2. Here the particle is, let's say, 4 meters, or centimeters or millimeters. And look, here it is 6. But the displacement is the highest here. Look, this is the highest displacement. And the highest displacement of the particle of the medium is called as amplitude. This is the displacement. This is also the displacement. This is the displacement, this is the displacement, but this is the amplitude. Then what is amplitude? What is amplitude? Maximum displacement of the particle of the medium. Maximum displacement of particle of the medium, please. Called as amplitude. Amplitude term is very important in this chapter, please. What is amplitude? Maximum displacement of the particle of the medium is called as amplitude.
Amplitude.
One definition clear, this clear, this clear, this clear. Now the next fifth one, please. Next one is the now time periods. Next one is the time periods. Time period. You know what is time period?
Hmm.
Yes, what?
1 over frequency.
Time required
Or
to one cycle. Time required to complete one cycle.
one cycle.
Okay, from your school to from your home to school, then back to home. How much time you will take? Let's say 5 hours or 6 hours. When you move from the initial point again to the initial point, the time which you take is the time period. Time period always represented with capital T. Now look. This is called as one way. Keep in mind, this is called as one wave. It is one wave. And in one wave, there is a one cycle. Look, half cycle and half cycle combines to form one cycle. It means the time required to complete here from here. The particle moves to here. It means it completed one wave or one cycle are the same thing. So time period is the time required to complete one wave. Now, in this chapter, we should say one wave, and in the other chapters, we say one cycle, one vibration, one oscillation. Okay. What is time period? Time required to complete one wave. In this chapter, the definition is like this. Any problem now, please? मैं तेज तो नहीं चल रहा?
नहीं.
Good. अच्छा जी. Now, after time period, now the very important definition ji, frequency, and it is the last one. Frequency. What is frequency? Do you know something about that?
Yes.
What?
The number of waves that pass a certain point in a second.
Very nice. Very nice. Good ho gaya. Good ho gaya. You are saving the time. You are saving the time. At this one, how many cycles? Look. 1, 2, and 3. It means that what is the frequency? 3 waves per second, or you may say hertz. Hertz is the frequency, unit of frequency. H-E-R-T is that hertz. 3 hertz means it completes 3 cycles in 1 second. It completed 3. So it means that frequency is the number of waves passing through a point, in 1 second. Look. And now, what is the frequency of this one, please? How much the frequency is? Can you go? Yes.
1, 2, 3.
3, 4. 4 hertz. 4 hertz. Now look. Look. What is the frequency of this one? Yes.
1, 2.
1 hertz.
1.
It completes one cycle only. It's complete one wave only. Take it 1 hertz. Now look. What is the formula for frequency, please? Formula
1/10 period.
Frequency, number of waves over time. Number of waves over time. And let's say we take the special case of one wave. Look at this one. So how many number of waves? 1. And for one cycle, the time is always represented with the capital T. ये आप पहले कह रहे थे ना, स्टार्ट में आपने ये कहा था, मैंने नोट किया हुआ था. Frequency is the reciprocal of time period. Frequency is the reciprocal of time period. But the better definition is this: number of waves passing through a point in 1 second. The first formula for your numericals, please. The first formula for your numericals. मैं तो बड़ा आज एंजॉय करने के मूड में था कि आप पास पेपर आपको कराऊंगा सारे. आपने फिर मुझे लेक्चर्स पे लगा दिए. ठीक है, ज्यादा एंजॉय आप करेंगे मेरे साथ जब हम पास पेपर कर रहे हो. ठीक है ना? अच्छा चलो, खैर जब आप फारिग होंगे करके फिर पूछिएगा. ठीक है. अच्छा, अब any question about these 6 definitions, please? Any question? Oh, okay. Okay, now let's move. No. Look about the longitudinal waves. Look, the waves are, now the particles are not moving up and down. Particles are moving left and right. Look, this one. That's the moving up and down. That's the transverse wave. This is the. अच्छा, मुझे कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपको डिस्कस कर लें पहले जरा, प्लीज. वो जरा बेटर होगा. कुछ क्वेश्चन में डिस्कस आपसे करना चाह रहा हूँ बिफोर लॉन्गिट्यूडनल. Look, what is this? This is the mechanism to demonstrate waves. Look, it is a vibrator. function of the vibrator to produce waves. To produce, look, the waves are moving away, but the particles are moving up and down. It means it is a transverse wave. And look this mechanism. This is called as ripple tank. This is called as ripple tank. Question in the past paper is draw diagram of ripple tank. What I am saying, draw diagram of ripple tank. This was the question. There is no need to write anything. Just you should draw the table. तो हम इस तरह का ड्रा करना शुरू कर देंगे तो 1 hour 45 minutes इसी में लग जाएंगे. तो फिर इसको बेटा ड्रॉ कैसे करना है? लुक, फ्री हैंड, जस्ट लाइक आई एम डूइंग. लुक दिस, it is a just the transparent page. What's that? Transparent mean made up of things. Transparent tray. That's called as transparent tray. And what's that here? It is a water. It is a water. So what is the purpose of transparent tray? To store water. Nothing more than that. To store water. Now, next, in order to generate the wave, we need a vibrator. Look, this one, just like a brick. And you say, what is this? It is a vibrator. And what is the function of the vibrator? To generate waves. To generate wave. To generate wave. Now, look, here is a light. Now, look the light, please, at the torch. What is this? This is a lamp. Lamp for light. To illuminate the wave. When it vibrator moves, then the wave is generated here. You can see the shadow of this wave on a screen. Screen means any white page. Any white page at the screen. You can see the shadow here of the wave. Look, when you can see the shadow, you can measure the wavelength. You can measure the wavelength with the help of scale. With the help of a scale. It means, what is this ripple tank? This ripple tank is an apparatus used to study wave properties. What is ripple tank? An apparatus. An apparatus
to study waves properly.
Used to study wave properties. What is the function of the lamp? What is the function of the lamp? To illuminate the waves. To illuminate wave. What is the function of screen? To capture wave. To
capture.
Any problem at all, please? Any problem on this page, please?
No.
No? तो ये है जी हाउ टू ड्रा दी रिपल टैंक. ठीक है, आपने इस तरह का नहीं बनाना शुरू कर देना, उधर तो टाइम नहीं होता. ठीक है, तो सिंपल आप बनाएंगे. Now, for that I need that's a very interesting. Now, look the question of the past paper, of your past papers. Look. Let's say this is a wave. Now look, it is the time axis, time in seconds, and where is the displacement? in millimeters or meters, whatever. Okay. This is 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And let's say here is 12. Let's no, this is a part of the question. This diagram is a part of the question. Now the question is this: find number A, amplitude. That's the question. Second, find time period. Time period. Then C part is frequency. And D part is find wavelength. If speed of wave is 20 millimeter per second. Now look, please. What's the answer, please? Tell me the answers, please. Hurry up.
Time period would be
What is the amplitude?
amplitude. Amplitude.
Yes.
5. No, 4. 5.
Maximum displacement. It is
Yeah.
equivalent. 4.
4.
Okay. What is the time period? Time period is the time required to complete one cycle. But one cycle time is not given. It is given 1 cycle, 2 cycle, and 3 cycle times given. If 3 cycle is 12, what is time period?
4 seconds.
Yes, 12 divided by 3 equal to 4 seconds. That's very clear. What is the frequency, please?
3
Frequency
hertz.
are reciprocal of time period. This is 1 by 4, whatever may be the answers. Frequency in hertz. Any problem?
No.
Look this one. You know the relation between, look, a note is relation between speed V, frequency F, and wavelength lambda. Look at the relation. V is equal to always frequency multiplied by the wavelength. That's the formula for your numericals. That's the formula for your V equal to F lambda, V equal to F lambda, V equal to F lambda. Now look here. V equal to F lambda. What is V?
20.
What is F? ये number आपका जो भी है, ठीक है? Here you can calculate the lambda by dividing 20 with this one. Any problem?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Now look another question with a little change, with a very small change. Look again, another question. Let's say this is again a wave. Now look, this is the displacement axis. Look, millimeters, and it's also the displacement axis. Look, this is the difference. Along this, in this question, the x-axis is the time axis. But in this case, both are a displacement axis. Now look, again, this is 0. This is, let's say, 2. this is let's say 4, this is 6. Chalo, okay, 6 तक ही काफी. So what is the amplitude, my dear? What is the amplitude?
Amplitude is 6.
Okay, very clear. 6 millimeters. What about number 2? He cannot demand the time. He cannot demand, look at this one time period, because time axis is
Hmm.
not given. So what he should demand now? Wavelength.
Hmm.
Wavelength is a complete cycle. Look, from here to here, one complete cycle. This is a wavelength. Look, look,
Hmm.
let's say this is a wavelength, crest to crest. Look at this one. From crest to crest, look, quarter cycle, half cycle,
Hmm.
then quarter cycle. It means within wavelength, there is always one cycle. There is always
1
one.
second.
ठीक है, मैं जरा बड़ा
Hmm.
करके क्लियर हो गया. ऐसे कर, ये लो, ये देखें, this is the crest, this is the crest. Look, from crest to crest, this is the quarter cycle, half cycle, again quarter and quarter half, and this is half, complete one cycle, complete one cycle.
1 second.
No, look, अब देखिए जरा प्लीज. It means that how many cycles are here? 1, 2, 3, 3.5. ठीक है जी. और
Hmm.
इसको कह देता है लेट से के 8 millimeters. Then what should be the wavelength, please? 8
8
divided by
millimeter.
1, 2, 3.5. 3.5, that's the wavelength. Any problem, please?
No.
No, no problem. Second, and C part में वो आपसे कहता है जी, if speed is 2 millimeter per second, find frequency. Find frequency.
Frequency.
Again, use the formula V equal to F. Here is 2, here is you want to calculate, and here is this, whatever. लो बेटा, वेव स्टार्ट हो गया और
Hmm.
ये लेक्चर में वेव एंड होगा. और अब इस वेव से रिलेटेड मीन, अब इससे रिलेटेड आपने बहुत कुछ करना है. वेव्स में बहुत कुछ है हमारे पास. ट्रांसवर्स वेव, लॉन्गिट्यूडनल वेव्स, उसके बाद लाउड स्पीकर, उसके बाद साउंड, उसके बाद इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव्स. ये तमाम 3 चैप्टर्स आर रिलेटेड टू वेव्स. तो ये भी आपने,
Hmm.
आप जितने लेंथी काम है वो सारे मुझसे टच करवा रहे हैं. ठीक है जी, लेकिन अच्छा है
Hmm.
बेटा. इंशाल्लाह ताला नेक्स्ट इसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे. ठीक है.
Okay.
थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you. Love this.
ओके.